Good morning and welcome to Rapid TV's continuously evolving social, political, and general interest show, Korero. Of course, I'm your regular host, Nkamian John, the Beloved. Visiting Warriors of Zimbabwe on Tuesday surprised the Super Eagles of Nigeria in their World Cup qualifier at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, turning the team that shined last week to Sleeping Eagles, which was their state before new coach Eric Sichel took over. Now, the Eagles played individual games, avoiding tackles for fear of collateral damage through injuries, making the Zimbabweans feel they came for a holiday and could not clinch the winner, as was desired by over 250 million Nigerians, and of course, the promised $150,000 prize money. Now, impressible Victor Osimhen got a decoder from the overlapping Olaino to score the opening goal at the 74th minute. But as fans were hopeful of a 1-0 victory, 21-year-old Tawanda Chirewa, who plays in England, got a floater to equalize in the 90th minute. Yes, just about 16 minutes later. With the results, every head swung to Abidjan, where South Africa skillfully stopped Benin Republic by 2-0. Foster scored in the 58th minute and Adams made it 2-0 in the 84th minute in that game. Rwanda hopelessly played a 1-1 draw with Lesotho. Kizewa opened scoring in the 58th minute and Fontuan equalized in the 82nd minute. The Eagles conceded the highest fouls, 10-5, with the only 2 yellow cards going to Zimbabwe that had more ball possession of 58-42, meaning they were in control of the match. Nigeria could only win if they were more clinical at goal, but the Eagles had 10-2 shots at goal, with both teams securing a 3-3 shot on target. Nigeria had 6-1 corners taken on the night and 18-10 throw-ins in that entire game. The next 4 matches for Nigeria will be against Rwanda in Uyo, built for September 1st, 2025. They will play in South Africa in a crucial match on September 8th, travel to less fancied Lesotho on October 6, 2025, and wait for an all-important game against Benin Republic on October 13, 2025. Now, other matches in September in Group C are Benin against Zimbabwe, Lesotho take on South Africa, while, of course, Nigeria plays Rwanda. South Africa will also take on Nigeria. Benin Republic will lace their boots against Lesotho, as Zimbabwe will trade tackles against Rwanda. On today's edition of the show, we will be doing a post-match analysis of Tuesday's 2026 World Cup Group C qualifier after Nigeria played a 1-1 draw with Zimbabwe at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, all in a bid to determine a way out for Nigeria, or to answer the question that everybody is asking: will Nigeria go to the 2026 World Cup? Well, let's relive the moments or the high points of yesterday's clash between the now sleeping Super Eagles, or not so Super Eagles, and the Warriors of Zambia. Let's see the highlights.
The second time lucky. Zim playing in yellow, Nigeria playing in white here in front of their fans. The fanfare, the fans making a lot of noise, a lot of colour. The drums, we've got everything today. Ball player who's looking to try and play on the big stage is just what he does. That's a great ball down the left-hand side for Iwobi. And an opportunity here, puts it on his right foot. It's a fine strike indeed, taken well by Ruby. Danger wherever you look. Moses Simon with that right foot of his, capable of switching sides Iwobi with a sensational pass into his path. Look at that, he hits it well. Iwobi nicely done as Lookman getting the ball out to the left-hand side once again. The chance to try and get it over. Moses Simon gets a deflection into the hands of the goalkeeper. The idea was good. Now free kick for Zim. Taken here into the penalty box. It's not bad at all. He had to come out, Nwabali. And there was a little bit of contact on the goalkeeper. It was nice to hear from coaches who are happy with their hosts' hospitality. Another header, opportunity for Osimhen. You see what he does. Small sectors of the pitch, he can produce the wizardry. And picked up by Divine Lunga from Bulawayo. That's a good ball. That's picked up by Billiat. Now they're moving forward. There's three of them. It's a chance here. Little back flicks, perfectly done. And there's a little bit of cavalry arriving, and the Unleashed find a bit of space, shoot, and potentially score. We know that. He's deadly. Moses Simon teasing, picked up here. Lookman drops it over towards Osimhen. Oh, that's a fantastic shot, a very acute angle from Osimhen. And look at what he does, the Galatasaray man on loan. And this over towards maybe a couple of the big men coming up. Trustakong, I'm sure, will be up there. There's Lookman's corner into the penalty box. Oh, a great save from Arubi. One hand in the corner, denying that man, Osimhen, who is on the cusp of scoring. And Sita is, in fact, it's 30,000. That's a great ball into the middle and an opportunity. Moses Simon tries to pick out Osimhen, still in possession. Another rasping drive denied by Arubi. The Marumo Garants goalkeeper has put in a pretty good shift, and we're not even 10 minutes in. Chipped over the top. Another chance. Oh, it's a great save. Another great save. Denied twice. Nigeria. Capital performance once again. Look at this. That was beautifully done. Denying coming out and getting in the way from Walter Mutsona. Scored 11 goals already for Zimbabwe. Long-range shot driven high. And it failed. Continental competition, of course. Dropped a little bit off the radar with the likes of... Oh, it's a ball that's been picked up here. Mutsona shot! Oh my, that was close into the side netting. And you look how dangerous the Polokwane City front man is. That was great strength just to get in front of his man. Just to have a look at this again. First of all, he's quick off the mark. Then he manages to deal there with it was 4-2, the penalty shootout. Aina linking up there with Ademola Lookman. They go down the left-hand side. Lookman picks it up on the left foot. Shot coming big time. And again, Arubi covers his corner. I mean, that was struck with so much venom. Not far off the target, just 4 times ahead of this encounter here. Chukwueze, Iwobi gets the ball out to the left-hand side. There's danger. Oh, there's Simon. Oh, it's gone into the side netting again. And you know, whatever they do, needed to remain very focused. It's been picked up nicely done there by Billiat. That's a ball that's gone through, and Billiat unable to get the shot in past the goalkeeper. Good work to get the ball out to Moses Simon. Moses Simon dances into the penalty box. Sets it up! Oh my, that was so close for Chukwueze. The interlinking between these players. Look at him, he holds up, then he just pulls up a little, makes the call. He's beat. Oh, that's a good ball. Osimhen picks it up. It's been given back. Lookman with a strike. Sorry, Chukwueze with a strike. Another one. He's really going for it tonight, isn't he? You know, obviously it's pivotal for their quest to try and chase the front runners in the group, and it's all wide open. Moses Simon gets the ball back. Surely it's Lookman. Oh, great defensive play. Alex Iwobi with a bit of snazzy footwork there, but Reiner, he's going to go out wide, picked up by Moses Simon, high ball over the top. There's the header that comes back. Osimhen can't get there, he goes down, no foul, no penalty, nothing. Osimhen down on the ground, and Zimbabwe trying to launch some Osimhen. Back up on his feet. Well, that was close call, wasn't it? Nice ball, perfectly dealt with. Oh my word, that was close towards Osimhen, but indeed, just like Alex Iwobi. Oh, he's danced past his man. Let's see if this delivery is pretty good. Oh no, it's dealt with there by Garananga. A long range shot coming in, but it hasn't dipped enough from Iwobi, but the danger man was one. Moses Simon. Down to the left-hand side, there's the cross, it's a decent one as well. It's just gone over the top of Chukwueze. Iwobi picks it up, is Osai Samuel. Alex Iwobi. The AC Milan midfielder. Into the penalty box, nicely done. Oh, that was delightful from Osai Samuel. And if that would have been on target, it would have been in. And it was for Osimhen. Ball comes back across, still in play. Iwobi. There's the header, downward header from Lookman, but it's there's not get the ball or keep Osimhen tightly marked, but this might be the opportunity here. Moses Simon gets the ball across. Oh, that could have been in the back of the net. Iwobi unable to. Nicely worked. Now it comes out. Moses Simon once again, left foot over this towards Osimhen. I don't know why he didn't try and go for that. The arms just... Arubi will be tested. Big time. There it is. It comes in. There's a chance. It's dealt with by Zamora. Good defensive header that. And Iwobi sends it back into the penalty box. Osimhen down to the left-hand side. Here's Lookman puts it on the right foot. It goes just wide. He can score goals when given a little bit of space. There he had the space. He just hits it so hard, wrapped it a little bit too hard around the ball, and well, the end result being a little marginally wide. Osimhen unselfishly gets rid of his man. That's a decent shot, isn't it? But have to hit Diamond. He's found the big man. Now let's see what he can do. Held up perfectly. There it is! It's a goal! Of course it is! Osimhen, goal number 3 in 2 games. The delivery was sumptuous from Aina. Well, it's taken some time for the Super Eagles to soar. Now they get their goal in their own backyard, triggering big celebrations right from the back, right to the front, and up into the stands. The tremors here at the God-swelling Pabio International Stadium felt right across the country. A sigh of relief. There's nothing that man there could have done to stop Osimhen from heading the ball in from that range. Washington Ruby beaten finally with just over 15 minutes to go. And Osimhen with his 3rd goal in this qualifying campaign. And look what it means to him. And look what it means to them. Well, look at this. First of all, it came from Moses Simon to pick out Arakadare, who fed the ball back out to the Nottingham Forest defender, Ole Aina, and then over towards Osimhen. Maybe a bit of attention going towards Arakadare, but you can't leave that man on his own. He will score. Marcy's Lovely little back flick. That's a great ball. Oh, it's in the back of the net. They've got a goal. Oh, off the crossbar. How about that? Can't believe it.
Highlights of yesterday's encounter between the now sleeping Eagles, formerly Super Eagles of Nigeria, against the Warriors of Zimbabwe. If you just tuned in, this is Rapid TV's continuously evolving social, political, and general interest show, Korero. And today on the show, we are doing a post-match analysis of Tuesday's 2026 World Cup Group C qualifier after Nigeria played a 1-1 draw with Zimbabwe at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. Of course, in a bid to try and answer that question, if Nigeria will make it to the 2026 World Cup. Of course, maybe we can break the jinx that has seen us not appear at the World Cup in the last 2 consecutive times. The show is live and interactive on all our social media platforms, and you can be part of the conversation simply by following and liking Rapid TV. Don't forget, our handle is @official Rapid TV, @official Rapid TV. You can also take advantage of our WhatsApp portal. The number is on the screen, 0916-771-6035, 0916-771-6035. And of course, like I like to say, even when the show is off the air, the conversation continues online. So take advantage of becoming part of our growing online community simply by following and subscribing to our YouTube channel as well, and be part of the conversation. Now, Nigeria's hopes of reaching the 2026 FIFA World Cup final suffered a huge blow at home on Tuesday after the Warriors of Zimbabwe scored a last-minute equalizer in their matchday 6 encounter at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in New York. Victor Osimhen, playing his 40th match for the Nigerian senior team, put Nigeria in front in the 74th minute from Olaoluwa Aina's cross. Shortly after Osimhen's goal, the Warriors could have scored as Kamala Bialat broke from the left, and the Super Eagles were only saved by the crossbar. Yeah, we thought that would be it. But however, substitute Tawanda eventually found the equalizer in the 90th minute. The Warriors swept past the Nigerian defense and cleverly poked past goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali from close range. Now, the result meant the Super Eagles are still languishing in the 4th place in Group C with just 7 points. Group leaders South Africa put daylight between them and the rest of the pack with a comfortable 2-0 win over Benin Republic in Abidjan that took them to 13 points. That's 6 points, if I'm not mistaken, ahead of Nigeria. Meanwhile, Egypt's Zizo scored his first half stoppage time at as they beat Sierra Leone 1-0 on Tuesday to extend their lead at the top of their World Cup qualifying group. Zizo scored from close range as Hossam Hassam's unbeaten side moved to 16 points with their 5th win in 6 games in Group A. 5 ahead of Burkina Faso, who are in 2nd. The Lone Stars of Sierra Leone are 3rd with 8 points, and the home side dominated with Liverpool's Mohamed Salah missing an early chance, while Omar Masmouz could have given Egypt the lead, but his effort from the edge of the box went wide. Egypt's Malwa Atera hit the post near early in the 2nd half, while Manchester City's Masmouche opted to pass the ball instead of shooting from inside the box. In Yaoundé, a brace by Captain Vincent Abubakar helped Cameroon to beat Libya by 3-1. Brian Mbemo scored in between Abubakar's goals. Now, Cameroon are 1 point behind Cape Verde, Group D leaders that beat Angola in Rwanda by 2-1. So, just to give you a quick look at how it turned out yesterday as far as match day 6 results. Nigeria played a 1-1 draw with Zimbabwe. That's well known. Benin, of course, lost to South Africa 2-0. Uganda beat Guinea by a lone goal. Rwanda and Lesotho played out a 1-all draw. Angola lost at home to Cape Verde in a game that ended 2-1. Cameroon beat Libya by 3-1. Burundi beat Seychelles by 5-0. Botswana beat Somalia by 2-0. Sudan and South Sudan played a 1-all draw. Egypt beat Sierra Leone by a lone goal. Eswatini and Mauritius played out a 6-goal thriller. 3-3 it ended at the end of the game. Kenya lost at home to Gabon 1-2. Tunisia and Malawi played out a goalless draw. Ethiopia beat Djibouti by 6-1. Cote d'Ivoire beat the Gambia by a lone goal. Guinea-Bissau lost at home to Burkina Faso in a 3-goal thriller, but it ended 1-2 in favor of the Burkinabes. And of course, Central African Republic and Mali played out a goalless draw. Liberia beat Sao Tome by 2-1, and Namibia and Equatorial Guinea played out a 1-all draw. Joining me virtually to analyze Tuesday's games is a sports journalist, former sporting director, Abia Warriors Football Club of Umuahia, and board secretary of Fosa Academy here in the FCT. None other than my big brother, friend, and colleague, Patrick Nwogu. Patrick, good morning, and it's great to have you join us on today's edition of Korero.
Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, my friend John. How are you today?
Very well, very well. Though I'm still sad as a result of yesterday's outcome, but like they say, life goes on. So we can now all agree, Patrick, that Finidi wasn't the problem since the time of Gennett Raj, Jose Pacero, Finidi George, and now Eric Sichel. As far as the World Cup qualifier games are concerned, Nigeria seems to concede similar types of goal. So this may not be a coaching factor. Maybe it's something beyond the coaches. Is it possible that if Finidi had been given enough time, he would have been the best option for the Super Eagles?
Well, I think we shouldn't be talking about Finidi now because the era of Finidi is gone.
True,
and
true.
For now, he's out of the picture. We should be looking at Eric, who is handling the team as of now, because you can see it is a recurrent issue. Our players, they hardly concentrate. I am of the opinion that the players are being carried away whenever they play at home, and that is why we consider that kind of goal. It is painful. It is painful to all Nigerians. It is painful to the administrators, especially those who worked day and night to ensure that they get a good result. I think the coach, I wonder what he will be feeling, having gotten a good result in Kigali, coming back home to struggle to a 1-1 draw. It's very painful. Finidi should be out of it for now, and we should be looking at the chances. Maybe, because what we have now is a mathematical chance we can make it to the playoff.
I like what you said. Maybe. You use the word maybe because there is a thing going around that FIFA could deduct 3 points from South Africa for fielding an ineligible player who had issues with 2 yellow cards. Even if that decision is upheld, it will not scratch the South Africans because South Africa, after Tuesday's fixture in Group C, have 13 points, scored 10 goals and conceded 5. Rwanda is second with 8 points, scoring 4 goals and conceding 4. Benin Republic in third with 8 points, scoring 6 goals and conceding 7. Sadly, Nigeria is fourth with 7 points, 7 goals for and 6 goals against. 7 goals for and 6 goals against. Lesotho is fifth with 6 points, 4 goals for and 5 goals against. And Zambia, despite the motivation of 150, I beg your pardon, Zimbabwe, or $150,000, is still at
Yeah.
the bottom with 4 points by 5 goals and 5 goals for and 9 goals against. So, is there a way out? Possible, because my guest here today said every football analyst, and that includes well over 250 million Nigerians, right now are holding calculators trying to permutate. We are always permutating when it comes to qualifiers.
Yeah.
Is there a way out for Nigeria?
Well, they are just when I just did the calculation myself, because I have my calculator here. I saw that for South Africa standing now, unless anything happen tomorrow, if South Africa win their remaining 4 matches, they are going to finish up on 25 points. And if we win our remaining matches, we are finishing up at 19, which makes it the distance is very clear.
Yes.
If we win all the 4 matches, and they deduct South Africa 3 points, they are still going to finish up with 22. But the good thing is this: they are playing us in Joburg, and give and take. It is going to be a match that will determine so many things. We are playing Rwanda here at home. We're also playing Benin Republic at home. If you read one of my write-up this morning, I said that our fate, our destiny is no longer in our hands.
Yeah.
Because we are now living on what others will play. My calculation yesterday was that the South African Benin match will end up in a draw. They will eliminate themselves, and we will win and come nearer them. But the way it is now, we are no longer looking at the top position. We are now looking at if we can make it to the playoff, and we'll take it from there.
Well, that's the same thing Eric Sichels suggested yesterday, that we could qualify as best losers through the playoff. But the question is, with the way our boys played yesterday, how confident are we that we can even make it to the playoff? Let's look at a few things that we noticed in that game yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, there is no Super Eagles without a Victor Osimhen. It means once Victor Osimhen is not in that team, our ability to score is almost zero.
You see, John, in a team, we always have it that way. Though you can see that even the Argentines cannot play without Messi. The Portuguese cannot play without Ronaldo. From time to time, you find such players in your team. There was a time in Nigerian team, if we don't have Yekini, we were struggling to play. Well, these days, Osimhen has come. It comes naturally. It comes from time to time. But what I am looking at is, there are some childish mistakes our players made.
Yeah.
I was wondering yesterday what Mike Ndidi, Ndidi,
Yes,
was looking at when he got that pass in the 3-yard box. I wasn't calling it, it's no longer 6 yards, 3 yards. What he was looking at, and he now faced the out of the pitch and balloon kick the ball directly down. But you don't blame the players, they are under pressure. They want to satisfy the 250 million Nigerians. And in doing that, you are prone to do 1 or 2 mistakes. But we give it to them. They played their minds out, but only that hard luck came into, in the game of football, there is something they call hard luck. It wasn't on their side. It's not that they didn't play well, they played well. But that last minute equalizer that they conceded.
but
Back.
some analysts are arguing that Aniwobi needs to step up. Ola, despite the assist, had a poor game attacking wise. Chukwueze seems to be better as an impact sub rather than actually start the game. And we didn't see some tacticality from in terms of how the game was approached from the bench. Moses Simon was really poor. Bright Osai tried his best. Ademola Lookman looked lost. And Eric Sichel threw the game away. I mean, game management was poor and substitutions seemed terrible.
Easy. I think Eric wanted that win more than every one of us. And that is why, in most cases, when we, the analysts, will sit at home and analyze the game and feel that the coaches will have done this, will have done that. In most cases, the coaches, they are there with the players and they know their mindset at every point in time.
Yes.
Unlike those of us who are watching from behind. For the coach keeping Iwobi, keeping Olaina, he knows what he wants. And maybe it didn't favor him. At least these are the people who did it in Kigali. And if he had gone ahead to change others, it is also we that will come out and ask him, why did you change this man? Why did you not play this? Well, it's one of those things. The game of football, you take your chances. We had chances, but we didn't take them. And it turned out that way. We'll move ahead. We still have 4 matches to go.
True, true. We have 4 matches to go. So what are the changes you are expecting in the build-up to those 4 matches? One would have expected that knowing how crucial yesterday's game was, that Eric Sichels would have come out with a very offensive approach to the game, knowing very well that the Zimbabweans are spoilers. They have nothing to lose. The chances of them qualifying for the World Cup is almost non-existent. But even at that, in the build-up to those 4 games, what changes are you hoping to see? What approach are you hoping tactically that Eric Sichels will put on the table?
Well, as it is now, there is no coach that will come to Nigeria and do away with the 11 players that started yesterday. There is no coach as of now. And there is no change that I am expecting from him. Than when he's calling his next team, I'm still expecting this set of play. The only way we can now start expecting any change, 1 or 2, it can't be more than 1 or 2, is the friendly matches that the NFF will line up for them between now and September, and see if they can now try some other players and see where they can fit in. But it can't be something total. And we have to give it to them, or give it to the coach. Just how many days training? It's not been long with the players. Maybe this is the first time he's coming together with them. And let's see what he can offer between now and September. We still have a long time, and I'm sure that the NFF have a lot of friendly matches that they can play during the windows. And the coach will now make his decision.
Victor Osimhen obviously was not pleased with the results at the end of 90 minutes yesterday.
No Nigerian is pleased. Nobody.
But the worry here is that, he seemed displeased with his fellow teammates as well, because he really didn't want to have conversations with them. He felt they didn't bring their A game to the table. Wouldn't this affect his psychology in the remaining games? Because, will he be able to trust them to bring their A game to the table for him to also deliver the goods as expected by well over 250 million Nigerians?
Well, he's part of the team, or he was part of the team, and he has chances to score more than 2-3 goals. So if he lost those chances, and even that he buried those chances, we'll be talking about Zimbabwe having only 1 chance, and they utilized it. So that is the emotion that goes on with the game. He wanted to be in the World Cup, and he saw the World Cup stealing away from him. And you don't expect none of them is happy. And we let them take it easy. and put their acts together for the next match. We'll take it from there.
Okay, beyond what happened on the pitch of play yesterday and the backroom staff, um, any feelers from the NFF? Have they come out with the official statement as to the turn of events yesterday and what the plan will be moving forward? Because you've mentioned the fact that we need to play some quality friendly matches in the build-up to the first game, the next game in September. Even the friendly matches that were played, there was a whole lot of uncertainty regarding those friendly matches. So, any info from the glass house?
So yesterday or this morning, there is none yet, but I will know that there is a friendly match lined up with Russia. I don't know, it should hold maybe any of the windows before September. And there are other ones that they will play. So NFF, I don't even know if we're expecting them to come out with any type of official statement, because what Nigerians wanted as at that yesterday is to bury the 6 points. And now we have 4 out of 2. Let them come back home and look at what is on ground and see how they can motivate the boys to get the remaining 12 points. And we know where we'll finish. But I'm very convinced that finishing top will be very difficult.
Now, let's look at the venue, the Godswill Akpabio Stadium. Is it a favorable venue for the Super Eagles, especially with the remaining home games? I mean, there was massive support yesterday. The governor threw the gates open. The stadium was almost filled to the brim. Nigerians chanted. You had about 3 or 4 different governors. You had a presidential flag bearer in the stand. I mean, what more did the team need to be able to deliver the goods?
Well, I think one is the issue of stadium. NFF, I don't think they have control over it,
Okay.
because that is the only stadium that FIFA approved for us as at now. The implication is that virtually all the stadiums we have in Nigeria are not approved. So for now, that's the only place we can play our matches until we do the needful. That is where the NLC will have to come in and ensure that the national stadium, the one in Lagos or the one in Abuja, are put in place so that they can get FIFA approval. But the support was there because Nigerians had the hope that having defeated Rwanda in Kigali, that Zimbabwe will be roasted. But we have seen how it all pan out, and Nigerians will now have to wait until the conclusion of the 4 matches before we know where we are. If we wave the World Cup bye bye, or we'll get to the playoff stage.
Finally, Patrick, before I let you go, we get to the World Cup. We eventually qualify with the way our boys have played. So far, it's only the game against Rwanda that Nigerians are holding close to their chest as impressive because of the results at the end of the day. But looking at our tactical approach to the game, are we confident that we would put up a fantastic performance at the 2026 World Cup?
Well, the good thing with the World Cup proper is that the coach will have enough time to relate with his players and imbibe his philosophy. Well, this idea of 2 days before the match, what we saw against time that the goals will come, but the goals did not come. They didn't play as aggressive as they played in Kigali. But before the World Cup proper, you will have enough time to imbibe your philosophy, what you want, and you make 1 or 2 players that you feel will help you out in the tournament. So let's give it to them and let's continue to be hopeful. I, as a person, I am not looking at the top position again. I am hoping that we'll go for the playoff.
Okay. Thank you so much, Patrick. I really appreciate you could make out time to be with us on the show as we continue to watch developments, especially in the build-up to our next game in September.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nigerians.
All right, to wrap up today's edition of Rapid TV's continuously evolving social, political, and general interest show, Korero. Eric Sichel has not performed badly as Nigerian Super Eagles head coach, but let's accept he made a mistake in the match against Zimbabwe. Now, with Nigeria leading 1-0 in the 87th minute, the talismanic striker Victor Osimhen requested to be substituted. At the time, Nigeria already had 4 forwards on the pitch: Osimhen, Moses Simon, Ademola Lookman, and Tolu Arokudare. Now, instead of bringing on a midfielder to strengthen the team's defensive shape, Sichel opted for Victor Boniface, maintaining the attacking setup. Now, this decision left Nigeria's midfield exposed at a crucial moment when Zimbabwe was increasing pressure in search of an equalizer. Now, just before the substitution, the visitors had already come close to scoring, forcing a goal line clearance from Calvin Bassey after goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali was beaten. The warning signs were there. The red flags were up. Yet, the coaching staff failed to react decisively and defensively. As a result, Nigeria struggled to regain control of the midfield, allowing Zimbabwe to push forward freely. The inevitable happened in stoppage time when Tawanda dribbled past Nigeria's backline and fired past Nwabali to secure a point for the visitors. He is not to be blamed for the draw, but this was a mistake. Now, in his post-match conference, Sichel admitted there were mistakes made. This happens, and I hope the team learns and moves forward. Beyond this, Nigeria had opportunities to put the game beyond Zimbabwe's reach, but missed chances after chances. Yesterday definitely was a sad day for well over 250 million Nigerians, and I think the icing on the cake was the reaction of Victor Osimhen on the pitch of play to the entire team. It was obvious he is hungry and wants it as badly as well as 250 million Nigerians who want to see the green, white, green flag of Nigeria hoisted at the World Cup come 2026. Anyway, we'll keep our fingers crossed, keep pressing our calculators as we continue to permutate with the hope that Nigeria gets into the runoffs and hopefully qualifies for the 2026 World Cup. Special thanks to my guest, Patrick Nwogu, renowned sports journalist, former sporting director of Abia Warriors Football Club in Umuahia, and of course, secretary of the board of Falsa Football Academy. So no better person to have that conversation with this morning. And of course, special thanks to you for allowing us be a part of your morning as well. I know we're still recovering from yesterday's painful draw. Thank God it wasn't a loss. It was a draw, 1-1 draw. And so now we go back to the drawing board, erase what we've done before and start all over again, building for our next game, built for September, with the hope that the team gets to play a number of friendly games to shaping them up ahead of the task ahead. Till we come your way with another incisive edition of the show, trust us as always to have our ears to the ground and our searchlight beamed on developments as they evolve. You got a piece of it, of the other side of the cake on Rapid Dawn this morning. So just to give you a whole 360, while Rapid Dawn decided to go the way of what happened in the National Assembly and other developments, we decided to keep you focused on the round letter game, football. Because as of yesterday, it was one Nigeria against Zimbabwe. And there's no better time than to celebrate one Nigeria because there were no barriers, no religion, no tribal, no ethnic divide as far as the Super Eagles were playing on that pitch of play at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. So, till we come your way with another incisive edition of the show, I am And Kamian John the Beloved signing out.
Hello Rapid TV, my name is Korero.
Hello Rapid TV, my name is William Suchemba.
My name is Choma Chukuka.
Hello Rapid TV, my name is Stan Nse.
Hello Rapid TV, my name is Vivian Glam Gabriel.
Hello Rapid TV, my name is Jide Kene.
Hi Rapid TV, my name is Steve Chooks.
Best Afrobeat song will go to The Bunch and Snoop Dogg, Oliver Twist.
Piece of my heart, Whiskey.
Right now, will probably Be Grateful by Fino.
My favorite Afrobeat song is Afrobeat.
I can't, there's so much.
It has to be one of our Rasta songs.
I love a lot of them. I don't think I have a favorite Afrobeat song right now. I cannot pick. I can't,
Popo.
Living in Bondage.
It has to be between Blood Sisters and Lionhearts.
I don't have favorite anything. I have favorite food. I have favorite colors. I barely have favorite any other thing.
Oh my God. Living in Bondage. The first one. I'm not a child.
Right now, a ghetto love story.
Okay, my favorite Nigerian dish would be
Banga stew with rice.
Come on now. Okwa.
Pounded yam and egusi soup.
Beans and plantain.
Is oha soup. Fufu and oha soup. Thank you.
Bread and akara.
bitter leaf soup with catfish and snail and fufu. Proper Santana. Apple.
Nnekedu keke ime. Idi sure na ede mma. Idi kwoi. Ilaro ofuma tata. Iteta iligo kwenni. Eman ndi gị n'afọ. You ike mee things. You understand? Okay.
Greatness is not faceless. Greatness has a face. It has many faces. It has over 200 million faces. It has your face. It has my face. Greatness is beyond what we do. It's how we do it. It is the people we do it for. It is never settling, continuously tinkering with an idea till answers to age-old questions emerge. It is our wittiness. It is our speed. It's our energy. It's our heavy punches. It is making melodies from anything. It is in the endless poetry of Nigerian life. Joyful, frustrating, sad, exciting. It's the mix of colors, imitating the breathtaking tapestry of life. It's our defiance of fear and our almost defiant, nearly arrogant presence in the galleries of the distinguished. It is these everyday people creating timeless, priceless art, carving spectacle, crafting history. It is resilience woven into the fabric that we are made of and we wear. Etu, Ashoke, Akwete, Kura. Greatness, the Nigerian spirit. That thing about us that all recognize and still cannot find the right words to describe. Great is Nigerian. Greatness is when Toby Amusho does the 100 meters hurdles in 12.12 seconds and a stunned world held its breath. Greatness is the chicken scratch guitar chords that bewitched the world. A new beat, Afrobeat, from Fela and now to Burna Boy, to Wizkid and Davido. It is the earthy Afro pop of Asha. It's the compelling, beguiling Nigerian R&B of Tiwa and Tenny, and the alternative sounds of Thames, Johnny Drill and Chike. Greatness is how our phenomenal artists are selling out arenas both home and abroad with tens of thousands of people showing up to experience the pulsations of this mysteriously sweet music. Greatness is Kunle Afolayan, Jadesola Oshiberu, Kemi Adetiba, Nazo Nuzo, hitting mind-boggling box office numbers, securing global film deals, and rallying communities. Not so long ago, content was just television. And now digital content is the new oil, with our skit makers, content creators, thought leaders, growing our digital economy. Greatness is Professors Kayode Oyewumi and Musa Yakubu, being listed among Elsevier BV's most productive scientists in the world. Greatness is Ethan Nwaneri at 15, becoming the world's youngest player in the English Premier League. Greatness is Abasi Eneobong, pioneering the inclusion of the African genome in research through 54 genes. And Aisha Tofa, building and nurturing a tech ecosystem through Startup Kano. Greatness is Amina Mohammed, championing the voice of global peace as we take a prominent place at the table. Greatness is Miracle Izuchukwu, becoming the youngest female commercial pilot in North America. Greatness is Faith Odunsi, calculating her way to become the global mathematics champion.
To express 0.00.
2.4 times 10 is by minus 5. Correct.
Greatness is the pantheon of Nigerian authors. Their stories, our stories, bringing the world into the magic, the pain, the triumphs of the Nigerian experience. Greatness is the unicorns, 6 companies created by Nigerians under 30 years old, now worth over $1 billion each. The stories, the people, Nigeria. Each of these stories of greatness across the globe has you in it, and it has me in it. And we can almost take them for granted. They are so Nigerian. Chimamanda talked about the danger of a single story, where negative stories are used to flatten an individual's experience and overlook the many other stories that formed them. We are our stories. We are not one story, and we must tell these stories to ourselves and to the world. Nigeria is not faceless. It's not an obscure concept or a dream hiding behind the waving of a green, white, green flag. Nigeria has a face. It has many faces. It has over 200 million faces. It has your face. It has my face. What is a dream without a dreamer? You are a hero in this great story. Your name hasn't been mentioned yet, but it will be. You haven't caught the headlines yet, but you will. Oh boy, you never blow yet, but you go soon blow. You know it. I know it. I know you won't stop trying. You won't stop trying. I know you won't ever give up. You know you won't ever give up. How do I know? I'm in Nigeria, and you are too. And we don't stop until we win. Greatness is not faceless. Greatness